When you have an offense that plays just as fast as Tennessee's does, how do you kind of match that without exhausting players out there?
Yeah, it's hard. In our background, a couple of us, myself, Coach DeForest, Coach Mitchell, were in the Big 12, so that was every week. That was the type of offense that we played. So, we have to do different things in practice to get reps and make it as game-like as we can. So 2 huddles, trying to run guys as fast as we can at them. And, the biggest piece of that is we have to communicate. That's where the breakdown comes. If we're not communicating, getting the call in. So I have to do a really good job of doing that, and then the kids have to respond as well.
With Nico, not a lot of film on him as a starter. What have you seen, though, in kind of the limited games that he's played?
Yeah, well, we went back and studied him in the summer against Iowa in the bowl game. He's very poised in the pocket. He can extend plays. Smart, understands their system and what they want to do. So, and then obviously against UTC in the first half, very accurate. I don't think he threw an incompletion until midway through the second quarter. So, we're going to have our work cut out. And, we're going to show up and hopefully be better than we were a week ago.
Speaking of, what do you think you learned? What stuck out from game one?
Just self-inflicted things. I mean, the first play of the game, we should have had an interception for a touchdown. We dropped it. And then the second play of the game, we had an interception in our hands and we dropped it. And then we get an ejection for targeting. I just think when I looked out and we first broke our huddle to run on the field, we had 8 new starters. So it was a great learning process for us. I'm really happy with the way we finished, and we adjusted throughout the game, but we have to get much better.
From a coaching standpoint, when you have that first game against somebody other than yourself, and then you have your second game, in what ways in execution are you looking for them to get better? And, how much tougher is it to step up to a top 15 team?
Yeah, the speed of this game that we're about to go to, we've not seen anything like it. Preseason, fall camp, as far as the tempo that they use. So that's our biggest adjustment right now. But what we're looking for is we have to play very, very fundamentally sound, and we have to communicate. And again, I can't say that word enough. If we don't, it will be ugly. Our guys have to make sure that we're talking, getting the right call, getting guys in position to make a play, and then we have to make plays.
What do you say to a player like Caden, when that happens so early in the first game, to get him kind of ready and in the right mindset for a big game like Tennessee?
He's played a lot of football, and he knows. A quarterback's untouchable when they go to slide, give themselves up. That was not very smart on his part, but it's a learning tool that we could use moving forward. We have to stay off the quarterback. They're going to protect those guys, and they should. And, it's not very smart on our part.
You mentioned Sean to kind of step up once Caden was out. It seems like he put the headset helmet and kind of was able to help run the defense in his first game at headline.
Yeah, Sean's a very good communicator. So, we've worked a lot of different guys with the green dot in fall camp, and Sean happened to be one of them. So the transition was easy. And we missed a couple things that result in big plays because we did miss checks. And, with Caden's in there, we missed those? Probably not, but we did.
You mentioned 8 new starters, and maybe in a way it's 10 if you count Parker playing most of the game and Sean Brown playing a new position. But I think Coach Dorn said you only had 5 or 6 missed tackles.
Yeah.
How important was that to come out of the game?
That was big, and out of the 6 that we missed for the game, the one was a 50-yard run by a quarterback. Again, that was a blown assignment, a missed check, and then missed tackles. And we missed 2 on the same play. So, they cost us when we did miss them. But, our goal is to not miss any. And so, we have to get better with that.
Dave said yesterday that a season isn't determined in week 1 and week 2. How do you kind of balance that and still wanting to win on Saturday?
Yeah, and we all know. Obviously right now with the format of everything, your conference games matter. But this is a national game against a great program, and we're going to be better. I promise you that. Defensively, we will be better, or they won't play. And so it's going to be a fun night, and I'm excited about it. And what we have to do is just keep preparing and get our guys ready for the tempo piece of all this.
DJ Jackson got to play for the first time at State. What's it been like to watch him get that?
Yeah, that was a great feeling for that young man. He's missed 3 years to get his first snaps and play a lot. I think he ended up getting 20 snaps, so, but very happy for him. And again, he'll get better as we keep going on.
You mentioned the missed plays at the beginning of the game. How critical is it to make those plays against the quality of competition you have this week?
Yeah, we better make them, you know, so, but again, it's all focus stuff. I mean, the first play of the game, you know, I don't make many good calls during a game. That was a good one, and we missed the opportunity. So, you know, what we have to do is when they give us a layup, we have to make it, and we didn't.
You had to rework safety and nickel room. How did you feel that they held up?
Good. You know, there was some, again, miscommunication. We gave up some things, but, you know, it's great to be able to win a football game regardless of the opponent and get better from it. And I think that that's exactly what happened. You know, Western Carolina did a great job. You know, not taking anything away from them, but, you know, our kids are going to learn from their mistakes. We won the game, and, you know, our goal was to be 1-0, but at the end of the week, and we were. So, you know, we're never going to apologize for a win. It was ugly, but, you know, it was a win.
What kind of urgency have you seen from the players in practice this week? Given kind of the slow start last week and going against the great opponents in Tennessee, like, hey guys, we got to lock in.
Yeah, and that's what I told them. I hope that we were looking to this game going into week 1, which I don't understand why we would do that when we only get 12 opportunities. But, you know, it's time to shut up and put up right now. You know, it's all out there. Again, a national ranked team in a great stadium, a great venue. The world's going to be watching. What are we going to do? And they better come to play.
How would you assess the play of that unit?
It was good. You know, obviously Davin Van played really well. He was our defensive player of the game. You know, thought he made some big plays at big times that we needed. I thought Brandon Cleveland, you know, played well. Noah Potter played well. Travali, I mean, all those guys. It was good to see. You know, the run game with the tailback was kind of, they weren't even trying to run them. But that would be a little different story this week. You know, Tennessee's big and their tailback's really good and their run game's good. So we'll get tested.